I feel like sometimes after a period of joy in our lives, when we fall back into a mental state that we wouldn't choose for ourselves, it can be quite easy to dwell on that, as feeling joyful is what we want to be all the time. So I'm making this video, I guess, to basically say to accept whatever state you find yourself in. Whether that be positive or negative, on either end of the spectrum. Life wouldn't be life, and joy wouldn't be joy without suffering, without pain. And pain is something that we all experience. And it is the most human experience there is, especially at the moment, with a lot of suffering going on in the world. Ground yourself in your suffering. Don't run away from it. Face your suffering and befriend your suffering. And stay true to yourself. Don't allow your suffering to create more of itself. Just be aware of it, observe your suffering, and let it be. I think sometimes when we are suffering, we don't always realize that we're suffering, or maybe we do realize that we're suffering, but it's too intense for us to pull ourselves out of it in that moment. We need to discern between our mind and ourselves. And the more we are able to discern between these two, the easier we are able to pull ourselves out of suffering, away from suffering, and to observe it. The easier it is to observe it. It's all a passing experience. After suffering comes joy, and after joy comes suffering. And the more we observe our experience, the more we start to separate ourselves from our emotions. And I don't mean to detach from them, I just mean to allow them, rather than get caught up in them. And the more we allow our emotions to be there, the less caught up in them we get. And our rational self can decide what's best in any given moment, any given situation. Let your rational self, you, decide what's best. Don't allow the mind to decide what's best for you, because if you observe the mind, you will see that what's best for you today in the perspective of the mind might be what's worst for you tomorrow in the perspective of the mind. The mind changes, you don't. You witness the mind. You are the awareness of the mind. Know that. The mind is full of stories that it tells you and that you believe in. And the more you separate yourself from these stories, the more you will see the untruthfulness of them, and the more you come into reality. The more you rest in your awareness, the more you come into reality. Which is not the mind. Befriend your mind, and that would include being honest with it, being honest with yourself. Sometimes we need to have days to take a step back and gather ourselves. We can get lost in the world sometimes. So if that's what you need, then that's what you need. And you have every right to do that. Don't feel anxious to say no. Don't feel anxious to do what needs to be done.